Hello students, alright, so here's Simon 3B selected questions for you to try. So first one, the area of a square is 264 square centimeter. Find the length and then we find the perimeter of the square, right? So to find the length, this is what we do. First, the length is going to be square root of 264. That gives us 16.24807681, right? So it's perfectly fine to just write the whole string first. Then after that, remember that by default, unless otherwise stated, for answers like this, we round them off to 3 significant figures. We end up with 16.2 centimeter. Okay, and then part 2, to find the perimeter. Well, perimeter of a square, given that we already know the length, we just need to multiply by 4. What we need to take note here is that we take 4 multiplied by the value before we round off, right? If you take 4 times 16.2, your answer will not be accurate. So you use 4 times 16.24807681. That will give us a more accurate answer, which is 64.99230724. Finally, we want it in 3 significant figures, so that will be 65.0 centimeter. Do take note, you have to put 0.0 here because this 0 is significant. Right, next question. The circumference of a circle is 136 meters. Find the radius and then the area. So to find the radius, well, the radius is actually the circumference divided by 2 pi, right? So that will give us 21.64507226. Round off to 3 significant figures, that will be 21.6 meters. After that, to find the area, now that we already know the radius, it will be pi r squared, so pi times 21.64507226 squared. Do remember to use the value before the rounded off version, right? So we end up with 1471.864914. Finally, 3 significant figures, that will be 1470 square meters. Again, the last 0 over here is important. It is but this is because it's a placeholder. Without the 0 here, the value would not make sense and would not be reasonable. Okay, question 6. Shufen use a calculator to evaluate 218 divided by 31 and obtain the answer 70.3. Without doing the actual calculation, use estimation to determine whether Shufen's answer is reasonable. Then use the calculator to check, right? So is it reasonable? Well, what happened is 218, right, is when we estimate it, it could be about 210, and then 31 become 30. Why do I choose 210? I mean, it's 218. If we round off, it will be 220. Well, for a very simple reason, because we know that 21 is a multiple of 3. So 210 is going to be a multiple of 30. That makes our calculations a lot easier. So by doing that, we realize that, okay, the solution should be about 7. However, Shufen actually got 70.3. Too large, right? So Shufen's answer is not reasonable. Now, to use the actual value, we just use our calculators to check. It is 7.0322588065. If we write it as 3 significant figures for easy comparison, 7.03. Therefore, our estimation is actually pretty accurate, as you can see, right? And that was the last question I asked you to try. Hope you have been successful. Have a nice day.